over there at the 1400. Ready to move. Stand by, racing. Minus Looks, the veteran, first of them to leave, but Time Scale gathering speed will drive through and head it off shortly after the start. A length and a half, Ruley. Category 3 pushing up for Pike now to be fourth through the first 250, followed by Hardly Ever, then Beat the Bro. Getting back in the field, Bragwell, and towards the tail is its stablemate in Curramundi. Along the riverside they head, 1,000 metres to go, and the leader is Time Scale. Settled in front, Time Scale by 2 Minus Looks. Category 3 is running third. 3/4 of a length, Ruley. A further length and a half behind those. Then on the outside is Hardly Ever. Back on its inside, Beat the Bro, followed by Bragwell, and they're being trailed back at the tail by Curramundi, spotting the leader 6 or 7 lengths as they go along past the 600 mark. So Time Scale is in control and being rated perfectly by Watson. Time Scale leads the way, got a good breather, 3/4 of a length away. Then the Geraldton veteran going up, Minus Looks, and off its heels, Ruley. Pike's at work on Category 3. And the leaders going sweetly at the top of the home straight. They balance up now. Time Scale headed for the judge. 3/4 to a length in front. Minus Looks laying down the gauntlet. Ruley Hardly Ever starting to run on. Category 3 is behind those. 4 across the track. Minus Looks had grabbed the lead. Ruley, Category 3 trying to work its way through. Minus Looks, those in front. And Minus Looks will win it. Minus Looks makes the trip from Geraldton. A really good one for the Delane stable. Minus Looks, the veteran, has won from Category 3. Close up on the outside. Hardly Ever from Ruley, and they beat off on the rails. Time Scale with every hope in front, didn't deliver late. Then came Bragwell, Curramundi, and Beat the Bro amongst the last of them in. Well, it's Minus Looks. 9-year-old having his 67th run this afternoon. He's won his 10th race, ridden by Taj Dyson for Gary Delane. And he really has rejuvenated this veteran galloper. Started his career with Steve Wolfe. He's finished up being the last few seasons in the Midwest. And the Moonyanuka-based Gary Delane has come down to the metro area this afternoon. And Minus Looks has produced a fabulous performance there. He was up there on the toil, 124.36. The good part was they did take a bit of a breather mid-race, and it's probably allowed Minus Looks that little bit of kick at the finish when Category 3 was coming through late. And back there third home is Ruley, who took off well before the home corner, covering ground, beating home Hardly Ever, which has run fourth, and Time Scale, who had it pretty much dished up in front for Holly Watson, but just found wanting a half a length of neck. The margins. Minus Looks is by demerit out of all class, owned and trained by Gary Delane, and apprentice Taj Dyson aboard. 34.98 the last 600. Beats Category 3 by Extravagant from Storm Alert, a 4-year-old mare. Willie Pike, Adam Durant, and Ruley, which is the Universal Ruler mare from Lenorney, trained by Sue Olive, and handled there by Lucy Warwick. 4, 6, 9 and 2 the placings following the running of the Crown Perth Handicap. Well, suffice to say, the fave goes down there just off the bridle when the sprint went on, and you could see that Pike was hard at work. He was getting really busy, and at the same time Watson had a really good hold of Time Scale, but as soon as she took the brake off the mare, there wasn't much at all in the tank. Category 3 got going late, but they certainly underestimated Minus Looks and the fabulous form that the gelding has been in up in Geraldton. He really has not put a hoof wrong in this campaign, and whilst he certainly did lose his way there for a period, Gary Delane, his owner trainer, has got him right back and has been in the zone since the return of racing in Geraldton back there in about October of last year. So there it was, race 4, 4, 6, 9 and 2, the placings. Race 5, the Own the Dream registrations handicap, and they'll close on the 25th of January. 1100 is the distance, 5 after 3 is starting time for the next on the card. No changes. Selections are 3, 2, 4 and 7. Capital Flight from Washu and Premium Choice Halatorian 3, 2, 4, 7. Our thoughts going into the next event of the day. We'll have correct weight very shortly after the running of race number 4. Great to see a horse who's recaptured the form like this veteran back in the Metropolitan winners list this afternoon. 4, 6, 9 and 2.